Hi everyone, Sunita here with a very exciting lady today. So today you're going to be meeting Linda John Pierre. Some of you may know her name. She is a British actress, model, TV presenter with over 15 years in the industry. She is a champion for diversity. And in fact, in 2018, she won the Big Audition, which was that amazing TV show, as a TV presenter. Now, since then, she's gone into theatre. She did pantomime, she did Aladdin. You recently may have seen her in Mamma Mia at the O2 with Bjorn from ABBA. And she's also hosting a radio show. So this lady is nice and busy. You've got a few bows to your belt, haven't you, Linda?
I have, just a few.
Well, it's great to meet you, and we got connected. Yeah, we got connected through my lovely singing teacher, Kate.
Yes, adore her.
Who told me all these amazing things about you. So let's crack on and share your story. So really, to start, Linda, how did you get into the industry?
Oof. Many years ago, I actually started when I was about 16, and I started by entering singing competitions, and that's what I believe I primarily am, is a singer first and foremost. The acting and everything else comes secondary, and the personality has always been there, and it always will be. But that's how I started. I just started singing at people's weddings, birthday parties, and then it just progressed from there.
Yeah, wow. And look at you now, you know.
I know, the rest is history, as they say.
The rest is history, absolutely, as they say. So now the reason Kate introduced us is because you have, you're on the healing path, very much so. You know, you have brought in meditation into your life, and you have integrated meditation to help heal some ailments. So, so can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. Along with being an actor, a singer, for many years, and even aside from that, people in general get colds and, you know, sniffles and things, don't they? We all do. However, but for an actor and a singer, it's especially kind of like challenging, because, you know, we think to ourselves, we don't want to get ill, we need to stay as healthy as possible. So whenever I've become ill or sick with something, you know, it always goes to my throat. Call it stress, call it anxiety, call it whatever you will. It always goes to my throat. So how I deal with that is, obviously, it depends what it is. It might be, I don't really get throat infections because I don't have tonsils anymore. But if I do have any sort of stresses with my throat, then I go to the doctor, go to the GP and find out what's going on there. I may get a throat infection, and then they may issue medication. However, I don't just leave it at that. I take it to another level, in terms of, I take it back to basics, and then I go through a path of meditation, through calming, changing my diet, and increasing my fluids, as in more water, more honey and lemon, honey and ginger, all these types of things that are also natural antibiotics to aid the healing process. So all of those things are so beneficial for anyone, but particular for people who are in the entertainment industry, because obviously we need that healing process to happen that little bit quicker, so that we can go back to work, you know, and be, you know, fit again as quickly as possible.
So that also, I mean, that would help people who have to use their voice as professional speakers,
teachers,
anyone who in education, facilitators. They can also,
absolutely. Anyone who uses their voice on a trajectory level, like a teacher, like a speaker, anyone, and even as a radio presenter, you need your voice as well. So we need that. We need for people to hear our clarity, most importantly. And have you noticed that whenever anyone speaks and they've got a slight hoarseness to their throat, people will pick up on it straight away.
Well,
they're like, "Oh, have you got a cold?
Yeah.
Have you got a sore throat?" They pick up on it straight away, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So once we maintain that clarity and that diction, which you've got great diction and great clarity, people, you know, they'll be like, oh yeah, she sounds fine, you know, she sounds great or whatever. But it's maintaining that. And once we've maintained it, it's not losing that as well.
Now, so this is the natural way. But what about, you know, if we have a look at what's happening with our current medical system, you know, what changes in the medical system would you fight for?
Goodness me, that is a huge question. And that is a huge topic of debate as well in terms of the health service, which I feel very passionate about. As we all know, the health service is over 70 years old, and the health service is a champion for all of us in the United Kingdom because it's free, and not a lot of other countries have such access to an amazing health system. And yes, I take medication on a regular basis for a condition that I have. It's not life-threatening, but it's just medication that I have to take. And if the health service changes in the future, which is what we're all really concerned about, it puts things in a different light altogether. If it's managed by someone else, then what does that mean for our nation in terms of, would we need to pay for absolutely everything? I think about the people who cannot afford, who are on benefits, who may be homeless, and who may not be able to gain access to this service when they need it, when we all need it. So it's a huge worry for me personally about the National Health Service, because this is what we, you know, have lived with for so many years. Over 70 years, the National Health Service has been around, and it's saved our lives. It's helping people. He's helping people generally, and helping people get better, helping people like save their life, getting operations. Otherwise, maybe in different countries, you're paying so much money through medical insurance, again, which some people just cannot afford. So I think I'll champion the NHS as well, because because I could talk about this forever. You know, as you can see in my blouse, world news.
I love it.
So that is part of it.
That is part of it. Now, going back to the entertainment industry, because I know there's going to be many viewers, listeners to this, who are super excited about your career and the road that you've travelled. So what would you advise any young people, or anyone for that matter, about venturing into the world of entertainment?
Well, as we all know at the moment, is actually we're just still going through lockdown, and we're just still getting eased out of lockdown. So it's been a very challenging time for the past 4 or 5 months for everyone in the industry, particularly. We are one of the very last genres to reopen because of safety measures and because of COVID, with the possibility of another pandemic. So we have to think about a lot of things. So in terms of that, I would still say to anyone out there, any person on the street, if you were ever to think about entering the entertainment industry, go for it. You only have one life and one life to live, and just go for it. I've done so many things, and all by accident, basically, because I thought, oh, let me just apply for this and see what happens. I never expected how things were going to turn out the way they did, and it's taught me a lot. I've never been to drama school. I've never received official academic drama training. I've learned everything I know on the job. So if anyone out there says to me, Linda, what do you reckon? Should I go for it? But I'm 60 years old, or I'm 15 years old, or I'm 25. I'd say just go for it and see what happens. You're never too old to experience some wonderful magic out there.
Yeah, and is there, with your career, so like you said, you know, actress, also, you know, that's on TV, that's also in theatre.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would have done differently during your career?
Sorry, I'm just getting my screen back up. But I would basically say, if there was anything different, the only thing that I probably would have done differently was say to my parents, you should have sent me to drama school. That's the only thing, because every time I'm being brutally honest now, the only thing that I get anxiety about is learning new scripts. And there's a technique. People always say, oh, everyone's got a different technique in learning a script. But I feel as if I went to drama school, I would have learnt that technique, and boom, away she goes. But I always say to whatever production I go to, I always say, can I have the script about a month before we start rehearsals? Can I have the script as soon as possible? Even Panto, I say, can I have the script as soon as possible so that I can be ahead of the game by the time we start rehearsals. Because in Pantoland, rehearsals is literally 10 days in some cases.
Really?
So you have to, yeah. So you have to be very, very quick on the mark and on the ball. But I don't think I'd change anything at all, because I have absolutely learned so much from so many people, and I've learned a lot about myself. Patience. Patience is key, and I don't always have patience.
You've got a big personality. I mean, is there anything you still want to do that you haven't done yet in your industry?
Oh my goodness, I've done movies. I'm just about to film another movie, actually. Big blockbuster called Cinderella that's coming out soon, I think next year. And I would like to say at this point in my career that I'd like to move away from theatre and focus more on television and film, because television and film always, I don't know, I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. I just get so excited about television and film. And I don't have that same passion about theatre. Yeah. I love the show that I'm in at the moment. I think if this is the very last show that I will ever do, I'll be very, very happy. You know, I can do Mamma Mia, the party until it contradictory. But if I had a choice, I'd be like, yeah, let me just stick to television and film, because it's just a different life. It's a different way of working, which I really enjoy.
Linda, we're going to get to hear you sing now. So excited.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
So guys, we have practiced a few verses of the very fantastic Ain't Nobody by Chaka Khan.
Yes.
We're going to sing it for you. So here goes.
Yeah. So are you ready? So I'm going to count in 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've been waiting for you. It's been so long.
I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. You filled my heart with your kiss. You gave me freedom. You knew I couldn't resist.
I needed someone.
And now we're flying through the stars. Hope this night will last forever.
Oh, 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 oh.
And you?
Oh,
take it on.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way.
Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Yeah, you superstar.
Thank you so much, my darling. Let's do it again.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, my darling. Take care.